getting more news out of the NFL about possible cap casualties. We are getting news about moves, trades, releases. Good morning, mamas. What could and might happen. We're here to talk about all of it. We're here to talk about the draft coming up, the combine at the end of the month. Hey, what's up, Hot Rods? We're hearing, teams that are over the salary cap are moving to get under it. The Miami Dolphins are making moves. The Kansas City Chiefs are possibly going to make moves. The Arizona Cardinals are. The Dolphins are in a lot of trouble. Just going to put that out there right now with what they plan to do. But there are going to be a lot of very interesting moves. And on some cool parts, we've got what the Tennessee Titans uniform is going to look like going into 2026. I really like it. It's like a throwback to the Houston Texans logo. Well, not logo, but more, or not Houston Texans, but Houston Oilers colors. What's up, Blake? There you are. Bringing you up, brother. So I think it's pretty cool. I love the throwback white and blue that the Titans are using, that the Oilers used. Again, the Titans have the royalties to the Oilers because they were the Oilers. The Texans do not. But there are going to be plenty of moves. We're hearing that the Chiefs are most likely going to cut Jawan Taylor, like I've been saying. The Dolphins cut Tyreek Hill, like I said they were going to do. Looks like that Jalen Waddle either wants to be released or traded from Miami because he does not want to be a part of this rebuild that they are doing. And it is not going to be a soft rebuild down there in Miami. This is like a clean sweep.
Armchair, we missed you yesterday.
Yeah, I spent the day with my family. My wife and daughter were off.
Oh, that's fair. I was going to ask, I'm sure think he's probably doing something with his family, so I'll see him tomorrow.
Yeah, I spent the day with my family. My wife and my middle daughter were both off, so we just hung out around the house and had fun. Yeah, you're right, Hot Rod. Releasing Chubb and Hill. I knew Hill was coming, right? I said that all last year, going into the playoffs, the Super Bowl and everything, that Tyreek Hill was going to get released because of his cap hit, how much money they would save. Now, Nick Chubb, it was up in the air. Was he going to get traded? Was he going to get released? Now with this new... was that Blake?
Bradley Chubb?
Yes, Bradley Chubb. He was released. It doesn't surprise me, not with his injury history and how much money that it was going to cost the Dolphins to keep him. But again, I think that the Dolphins are now going to be going through a hard rebuild because they're still talking about releasing Tua Tagovailoa if they can't find a trade partner. Even they are saying that if you want to trade, they are going to keep majority of his contract for the trade just to help rebuild this team and save some money. So what's up, Ishmael? Running Rousey come back UFC fight, man. He said, oh, that's cool. What's up, Chester the Gamer? So yeah, the Miami Dolphins, I thought they were going to go through like a slow process of rebuilding this and that. And the new head coach is like, nope, we're going full throttle. We are going full throttle. Now, again, I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know what their idea is at quarterback. Are they going to look at the draft? Are they going to go with Quinn Ewers? Are they going to look at, a free agent? Then I'm hearing a wild rumor. What's up, brother? What is that? Hispanics. What's up, brother? No, I do not want Tyreek Hill at all. Number one, let's make this perfectly clear. Tyreek Hill is not going to be available for the beginning of the year. He's not. He's absolutely not. If Tyreek Hill plays next year, it most likely won't be till November. Again, you got to think of his age. You got to think of the injury he's coming off of. So, no, I don't want him. I don't want him.
Good morning.
What's up, David? But there are moves. There are a lot of moves that are about to happen. And I mean a lot of moves. Cortland Sutton's not going anywhere. But I saw this wild thing yesterday. Now, I haven't been able to confirm it. That's why I haven't done a video on it. But supposedly, the Green Bay Packers are going to keep Malik Willis. And by doing that, Jordan Love's not too happy about it, but I don't think Jordan Love's going to go anywhere. But I can understand why the Green Bay Packers want to keep, good morning, C. Wright. I can understand why the Packers want to keep Malik Willis. He is a very good backup. I have no problem with it. So it's going to be wait to see what happens there. Now Willis is going to the Cardinals. I don't think Willis is going to the Cardinals. There is a name that is rising up in the draft, and he comes from, where is it? South Dakota, I think. He's a quarterback out of South Dakota that everybody is really, really starting to like. Where is he? I'll find him. Hold on, give me just a second. Somebody's got some background noise.
All right.
Are you kidding me? Oh, appeal. Wow, they're already doing those restrictions again.
Already?
Yep.
You just started.
Yep, that's it. You're 5 minutes in and you get it. Not eligible for recommendation and restricted search results because it contains unoriginal and reproduced content. This is the line with TikTok Live section under our community guidelines.
Well, we're here. We're still talking.
Yeah, what it does, what's up, Matthew? What it does is it prevents you from going on the FYP page. No, nobody is reporting me. That's not what it is, Quentin. It's TikTok itself. It's TikTok itself. It's not that they're reporting me. It's that TikTok has been doing this to a lot of creators. Murray is mid. Yeah, Kyler Murray. I'm hearing that he could end up going to Pittsburgh or the Jets, right? Hold on, I'm looking this up for you. Let's see there we go. That's what I needed right there. All right, where is your quarterback? This kid that I've been reading a lot up on. Where is he?
Yeah, everybody knows.
Cade Payton. That's who it is.
Who?
So my wife's saying it's not letting people repost. I don't know if we can bring in Waddle. Again, I don't know if the Dolphins are going to release Waddle or if they are going to have a trade. Neck brace is still on. What happened? I had surgery in December. I got to wait till next month to see when I can finally completely take it off. No, it's not the kid from Clemson. No, he's from South Dakota. Cade Payton is his name. And a lot of people seem to really like his prospect. I guess he did really good at the Senior Bowl. They can't wait. They're really looking forward to seeing him at the Combine coming up at the end of the month. And he's getting a lot of traction now. They have him listed as the 11th quarterback on the chart. So I don't see him as a first-round draft pick. I'm worried, again, that somebody is going to take a chance in the top 10 and take Ty Simpson. I think that is what's going to happen. I just don't know who it's going to be. I don't think Ty Simpson is a first-round draft pick. Definitely a top 10. But somebody's going to do it. Now, I do see that a lot of people had Ty Simpson going to the Rams later on in the first round to sit a year behind Matthew Stafford and learn Sean McVay's offense, which I agree with. I think that's a great move. But not bringing him in to be your guy. Not bringing him in to be your guy. And then we're also hearing rumors that Seattle is not going to put the franchise tag on K9 up there so that either they're going to offer him a deal or they're going to let him test free agency, see where the money goes there, right? See where the money sits, and then they will offer him a contract. Carson Beck, how do you feel about him? I think he's a third-round pick, unknown. Jones to the Vikings for a second. Jones to the Vikings for a second. Why? Are you talking about Mac Jones, your backup quarterback? I don't think Mac Jones is going anywhere. I don't think Mac Jones is leaving San Francisco. Yes, Hot Rods, I've seen in some mock drafts that they had the Arizona Cardinals taking Ty Simpson at number 3. Murray to the Vikings for Addison. What I'm hearing right now coming out of Pittsburgh is that if Aaron Rodgers does not sign back, they are looking at bringing in Kyler Murray.
You drive safe today, all right?
What's that, Blake?
I'm sorry. I'm talking to the FedEx driver. I'm at work. I'm sorry.
You're good, brother. But no. So yes, the Vikings. There is a lot of talk about the Minnesota Vikings. Going after a veteran quarterback. I think the Cardinals should take Love out of Notre Dame as well, especially if they release James Conner, who's going to be a cap casualty because of his $8 million savings on their cap. But that means you're going to take him at number 3, which I think is a valuable spot for Jeremiah Love. Will Vikings move on from McCarthy? Now that is a great take. That is a great take about the Minnesota Vikings. They're not saying that they're quote unquote moving away from JJ McCarthy. What they are saying is they want to bring in veteran quarterbacks, and I think it's to be a competition. What do the moves the Bears need to make? Oh, that's a great question. Possibly wide receiver. I think that sounds legitimate for the Bears. Now, the problem with all this is you got to look at the salary cap, right? That's where we have to sit. Let's see where the Bears sit at with their salary cap. The Bears. So the Bears are $10.6 million over the cap. Miners can go back up, veteran quarterback again, trade Mac for 2 second-rounders. Now, JJ is good. It was technically his rookie year. Of course, he was going to have an off year. I agree, no unknown. McCarthy is garbage. I'm glad we don't have... Mendoza turns the Raiders around or the Raiders ruin Mendoza. What happens first? Just geeking. I'm going with option 2. And the reason why I'm saying that, I'm not saying that Mendoza is a bad quarterback. I'm saying that if you use your first overall pick for Mendoza, don't address the offensive line, don't address the defense, don't address the wide receiver room, how are you going to protect Mendoza? You couldn't protect your former quarterback. You couldn't protect your running back. What makes you think you're going to protect a rookie, a guy that's coming in that's going to have to learn how to play NFL football, learn how to play at NFL speed? You didn't protect Geno Smith. Now you think you're going to protect Mendoza? You have to build up that interior line. You really don't have wide receiver help. Yeah, you got Brock Bowers, but you need wide receivers. You got Ashton Genty, who was, the running back hit most behind the line of scrimmage in the NFL. I get it. He ran for over 1,000 yards, but imagine, if he actually had room to run in the backfield. And then you got to work on that defense, because I keep hearing these rumors of Max Crosby getting traded either to the Vikings, either to the Patriots, either to the Eagles, or this team, the Cowboys, that team, the Seahawks, bam, bam. It's like, can Max Crosby just decide where he wants to play? I don't know what is going on with the Raiders. I do like their hire at head coach, Clint Kubiak. I really do. I like the moves that they're making. They do have really good cap space. But they've got to work on that offensive line. That has got to be something they've got to sit down and focus on before we even get to the draft in April, right? You're going up on, you got the legal tampering period that starts on March 9th, and then the league year starts March 11th. They've got plenty of cap space, but you've got to build up that interior offensive line. The Raiders have $87.8 million in cap space this year. You've got to get a center. You got to get guards. You've got to get a wide receiver. Go get Mike Evans. I really don't know. Get Mike Evans. Get Jawan Jennings. Somebody that can be a threat on the outside. You traded, Jacoby Myers. So now you got to figure out something. Sutton's not going anywhere, Matthew. We just gave him a contract extension. He's not going anywhere. He just got a contract extension. Christian Kirk is a solid wide receiver too. That'll work as well. But Cortland Sutton's going nowhere. We just extended him last year. So if you're willing to take on a lot of dead cap for a player that is going to go sign a veteran deal where we're paying him more than what the team he signs for, I don't see it working out right. You could still go get another wide receiver. You don't got to cut Sutton to go get another wide receiver. That's how the cap works, right? I mean, how much would his cap hit be? So if you cut Cortland Sutton right now, that's $53.4 million in dead cap hit. $53.4 million in a dead cap. I do not want BTJ out of Jacksonville. He had more drop problems than our wide receivers did. BTJ had more drop problems than our wide receivers. But if you were to cut Cortland Sutton, he has a $53.4 million cap hit, a dead cap hit, that you would spread over 2 years, which would actually cost us more money this year than what we're paying against the cap. He's going nowhere. Unless somebody wants to trade, which I seriously doubt they do. And again, if you trade him after signing a brand new deal, you're going to be eating most of that contract, not the other team. Now, I get it. Everybody wants the Broncos to trade for Waddle. That depends on if the Miami Dolphins still want a first round plus for him. Or are they going to release him? Tyreek Hill is not the Tyreek Hill people remember. They're not. Tyreek Hill is not the Tyreek Hill people remember. Coming off of that injury.
He's getting older now.
He's getting older. And now with that injury, he's going to be more injured prone, right?
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
And then, you know, again, there's Juwan Jennings, there's Christian Kirk, there's Mike Evans. I get it. Mike Evans is up there in age, but he's only had 1 year full of injuries, and that was last year. Every other year besides that, he was a 1,000-yard plus receiver. I don't think the Chiefs are. The Chiefs have more problems, right? They have Hollywood Brown as a free agent. Hunt is a free agent. Pacheco is a free agent. They have another wide receiver. I can't remember who it is who's a free agent. You're 50-some-odd million over the cap as we sit right now, which, again, that'll be fixed, you know, a couple days before the league year, but still, you're over the cap. You have problems at the defense. You have problems on the offensive line. You have to bring in a running game because I doubt they're going to bring Kareem Hunt and Isaiah Pacheco back. So I don't think they're coming back. So are they going to go after a James Conner? Is the running back from Notre Dame going to fall down to them at number 9 in the draft? That's a possibility. I've seen a lot of mock drafts where that happened. Do they go after a Breece Hall? Do they go after a Travis Etienne? Do they go after Juwan Jennings? Do they go after Mike Evans? What are they going to do with Travis Kelce? He is a free agent. Are you bringing him back? How much is he going to want on a 1 or 2 year deal? Is he going to make the 17 to 18 million he made last year? All this plays in the fact for the Kansas City Chiefs that were third in the division and are now trying to get back up to number 1 where they sat for 9 years in a row. All of this money has to be paid. And you've got to figure out how you're going to adjust it to pay it. How are you going to adjust? I'm pretty sure that the Hunt family are calling up Mahomes right now and going, hey, we're going to write you a $50 million check right now. We are not going to pay 70-some-odd million dollars against our cap for your salary. It's just not going to happen. So... But right now, when you look at the Kansas City Chiefs, if I can pull them up real quick. You're $57.9 million over the salary cap. You're not going to be paying Patrick Mahomes $78.2 million against the cap. What's going on with franchise leaking to the NFL news? Teams new what? What's going on with Fanatics leaking NFL teams new logo? That's gonna happen. It's Nike. What do you expect? If you release Jawan Taylor, you save 20 million. I'm even looking at Chris Jones possibly getting released or his contract getting reworked. Mahomes again is not going to make 78.2 million against the cap. They're going to lower his hit down probably to 28 million by giving him a $50 million check. So all of this has to happen before you can even think about bringing people in on the 9th, 10th, and 11th, right? You're sitting, if you are a Chiefs fan, War Chat, I wish you were in here. If you are a Chiefs fan, your team is 57.9 million over the cap. You got to get under the cap with enough money that you can sign your draft picks, that you can sign free agents. By cutting Patrick Mahomes' salary, by writing him a $50 million check, you're still 7.9 million over the cap. By releasing Jawan Taylor and saving 20 million, that brings you to about 12 million under the cap. That 12 million is going to do nothing. You have got to find more areas. Chris Jones could be either a cap casualty, which I doubt it, or they're going to write him a $30 million check, lowering his cap hit from 44.8 million to 14.8 million with a $30 million check, which would put them 44 million under the cap. These are moves that they have to make before March 9th. They have to make these decisions before March 9th. Before we can even talk about the Kansas City Chiefs bringing in this player, that player, drafting this player, drafting that player, they have to get under the cap and have the money to do it. It's not hard. You just got to do it. I mean, it's hard on the owner because he's the one writing the checks because it comes out of his wallet. But these are what teams, what's that, Blake?
He's going to have $80 million right towards paying Pat Mahomes' check and Chris Jones, that's $80 million.
He's going to have to. He's going to straight up have to. If being almost 60 million over the cap, even releasing Jawan Taylor does nothing basically, because that's only 20 million you're saving. That's it. You're only saving 20 mil. When you're close to 60 million, you want to go into free agency in the draft with about 40 to 45 million under the cap. Because of prospects coming in, draft players. Again, first round draft picks are making $6, $8, $9, $10 million their first year, depending on where they're drafted. So you want to have about 40 to 45 million to play with going into free agency and into the draft. That's about 90 million the opposite way, right? The Chiefs have to flip $90 million. Well, you know what? We're just going to make it a cool 100, right? The Chiefs have got to flip a cool 100 million. A cool 100 to be able to build this team up because, again, you're losing wide receivers. You're losing the running backs. Your defense was weak, like I said it was going to be. And everyone's like, oh, you're just hating on the Chiefs. No, I know football. You're paying these older players a lot of, Chris Jones, a defensive lineman, is 32 years old, making $44.8 million this year. A 32-year-old defensive lineman is making $44.8 million. And you're going to have to write him a $20 to $30 million check. And in my opinion, it's going to have to be 30. It's going to have to be 30. You don't know what's going to happen with Travis Kelce. Does he want to come back? Is he going to take a league or veteran minimum? I seriously doubt it. So if he wants some 17, 18 million for 1 year, you're going to have to go into another direction. So that means free agency. That means draft. This is how the NFL works. That's why I try to tell everybody. The strength of schedule next year means jack crap. Because last year's teams are not next year's teams. They're just not. Last year's NFL teams are not next year's NFL teams. There's too many moves that have to be made. You are going to have teams that cut players that are going to take on a lot of dead cap. The Miami Dolphins are one of them. The Arizona Cardinals are going to be another one. Even though taking on the dead cap money for Kyler Murray, they will technically save money. So if they can't find a trade partner with Kyler Murray, it does not hurt them. Because his cap hit for this year and next year for 2026 and 2027 are way more than what his dead cap hit would be spread over 2 years. So they'll be like, hey, you don't want to trade? Fine, you're gone. Kyler Murray is not going to be the quarterback of the Arizona Cardinals next year. Where he lands up, he could land up in Minnesota. I hear he wants to go to Minnesota. Minnesota. He wants to be a Viking. So if I'm the Cardinals, I'm like, look, trade for him straight across, give me a 6th-round draft pick. Just to get it all off my books. Or I'll even sweeten the deal and go, hey, I'll pay 50% of his dead cap onto my, keep that on my sheet, my cap sheets for a 6th-round draft pick. Take him. And then that lowers my cap drastically. You know, if you look at the Arizona Cardinals, the Cardinals have $34.8 million. Kyler Murray is due $52.6 million against the cap. His dead cap hit is $54. Again, you cut that in half. That's $27 million. By cutting Kyler Murray, you're saving $25 million. Now, let's say this. Again, because dead cap is guaranteed money. You tell the Vikings, whoever want to trade for him, I'll take a 4th, 5th, 6th, whatever draft pick, and I will keep half of his guaranteed money on my cap. And I'm still saving money, and I get an extra pick. So the Cardinals are going to make moves. And by cutting Kyler Murray and adding that 20-some-odd million, that will take their cap space from 34 to, what is it, about 60 million. So I know my wife is in here, and I know she's a diehard Cardinals fan. This is a good move for the Cardinals. Kyler Murray is taking you nowhere. Now, do I feel they should draft Ty Simpson at number 3? No. You already talked about getting rid of James Conner, which is understandable, his injury history. But you're going to save $8 million by cutting him. And there are running backs. What's up, Travis? There are running backs in free agency and in the draft that are going to cost you a lot less. And there are running backs in free agency that don't have injury history. There's running backs in the draft that don't have injury histories. Jeremiah Love at number 3 to the Arizona Cardinals would be perfect. Then I'm hearing that the Cardinals could be trading Marvin Harrison Jr., which I don't understand, but I keep seeing it. So
I don't think your wife should be too happy about that one.
I get it. I mean, he only has a $9.6 million cap hit. Give me another year. Again, he's still in his rookie deal. Give me Marvin Harrison Jr. with a competent quarterback next year, and let's see what can happen. If nothing happens, then fine. Don't extend him, release him, trade him. It doesn't matter. But let's see what he can do with a competent quarterback. But if I'm releasing James Conner to save money, then I'm looking at Brees Hall. I'm looking at Jeremiah Love. I'm looking at Travis Etienne. K9. Wouldn't that be some funny things, man, to get K9 out of Seattle if they don't resign him?
I don't think they'll go that route because they got DeMarcado and Trey Benson on their roster, and they played well for them last year. So I don't think they'll go out and get a free agent, but I think they will draft a rookie running back.
I think they will too, and I think it's going to be Jeremiah Love at number 3 out of Notre Dame.
Yeah, I don't think they'll go spend no money on a free agent the way that DeMarcado and Trey Benson played for them last year. So I really see them drafting it. I wouldn't be mad if they get Jeremiah Love at number 3. That'd be a good pickup for them.
I agree
And
100%. I do. And when I'm looking at quarterbacks for Arizona, no, I'm not going with Jacoby Brissett. And I don't think their new head coach is going to go with Jacoby Brissett. Um, we could go
well, I
draft in
mean,
the second
Jacoby,
round. We could go free agent quarterback.
but what if Jacoby Brissett the best option that you have if you don't have nothing in free agency that you could really go
Then
get
you
for
go to the
not paying
draft.
for a quarterback?
Then you go to the
That's
draft.
But I'm saying Jacoby Brissett is better than anybody you're going to get in the draft. I can guarantee you that.
Right. But if you go into the draft and you go in the second round, again, a lot of people are liking this kid out of South Dakota State. You can pick him up. You can pick up Nussmeier. You can pick up Carson Beck. There are plenty of quarterbacks later on in this draft that I'm not saying you're going to bring in as your starter.
Hey, what's up? Yeah. I mean, no. I'm just saying, but you still need that older guy there, and I'm not mad if they running back with him one more time.
Armchair.
Just for another year.
You got two mics on. That's why you're getting the echo. You gotta turn off one of your mics.
I don't have two mics, brother. I only have one.
You got two systems up going. You got two different recording systems going. Oh, okay. Yes. We figured that out on a different live.
No. I've got my mic connected to my computer, and then my phone is doing my Red app.
Oh.
And I've got my speakers so that I can hear you guys, but I don't have my speakers going through the system. My speakers go through my mic.
Okay.
Yes, you can use the franchise tag on J.K. Dobbins, but it's going to cost you $14 to $14.5 million. So you're not going to use it. You're not going to put $14 to $14.5 million franchise tag on J.K. Dobbins. You're not going to do it. You're just not. Again, you could get Breece Hall. Like I see a lot of people are saying that they should do that. There's Travis Etienne. Again, we got to see what happens with K9 in Seattle. Alvin Kamara is another one.
I'm going to say this, and I said this last week, and then if I'm the Jets, this is what I'm doing. If I'm the Jets, I'm calling up the San Francisco 49ers.
Okay.
I'm going to offer them a third-round pick, my third-round pick.
Okay.
For Mac Jones, right?
Okay.
Because I know there's not a lot of quarterbacks in this draft. I need a quarterback. I know Mac Jones can run the system that I got going. He's shown that he can do it, right? So then once I get that taken care of, now if Breece Hall wants to try to stick me on his contract, right? I'm letting Breece Hall go, and with that second pick in the draft that I got, I'm taking Jeremiah Love. You see where I'm going with this?
I'm taking Love at number 2, number 2 overall.
I have Jeremiah Love, Mac Jones. I got what's the wide? They got Garrett Wilson at quarterback.
Garrett Wilson at wide receiver.
At wide receiver. I'm sorry. They got a nice tight end.
Yes, they do.
A couple of them. And now my offense. Now moving forward in that second round, I can go get the best defender available, whether that be another corner or safety, whatever I need to get. I can do that. I'm setting my franchise up for upward movement versus that's what I would do if I was the Jets.
Yeah, but we are talking about the Jets, Jets.
And I think
that's the problem.
That's a big problem.
And we know Woody Johnson, right? Woody Johnson thinks he's smarter than anybody.
He is. He's very smart.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Not when it comes to football management, but okay. I think he's the AFC version of Jerry Jones, but that's just my opinion.
No. I can't give him that much credit because at least Jerry's
got some rings.
Jerry's got rings, and Jerry also, with the product of the Dallas Cowboys name, he is making billions off that name. So, no.
No, I'm not giving up anything for George Pickens either. Yeah, I saw the report that the Cowboys would be willing to trade Pickens for a second-round pick, which makes a lot of sense because they only gave up a fifth-round pick for him. So they're trying to hedge their bets.
What about Tyreek Hill?
That is a great question when it comes to Tyreek Hill. I don't want him. Number one, his availability isn't going to be until November at the earliest 2027 at the latest. That is what doctors are saying when it comes to Tyreek Hill. He's not going to be able to play until November or 2027.
Tyreek Hill is not playing this year at all.
He messed his knee up then. He tore
He tore all three. He tore his ACL, MCL, and PCL.
And I still think he got another surgery he has to go through. So I don't think he's playing this year at all.
I don't nobody want to hear from you, C. Wright.
So yeah, I don't want him. And then you got the whole fiasco going on with Jalen Waddle now that he wants out of Miami because he sees that Miami is not going through a soft rebuild. They're going through it. We're tearing it down.
No, they're tearing it down. They're tearing it down. Hey, you know when the guy that I wanted when he got cut, I said when they cut Bradley Chubb, I'm like, if we can get Bradley Chubb on a team-friendly 1-2 year deal, I'm loving that.
Not in San Francisco, not with that energy center right there next to your training facility with his injury problems and all that.
We're not training there right next year. We already have new training, so yeah, we're fine.
All right, there we go then. But you do have to worry about Bradley Chubb's injury problems.
Well, I mean, I got to worry about that when listen to San Francisco. I got to worry about that.
Exactly. You're a 49ers fan. You're like, we have a rolling max unit. We're okay. Again, Chiefs youth. I doubt that Hill goes back to the Kansas City Chiefs this year. Again, like I was saying, the Chiefs are 57 million over the cap. They've got to flip it around by about 90 to 100 million by March 12th. So they got to turn it from 57 under to about 45 over. Or I'm sorry, 57 over to 45 under by March 12th. So that they can get free agents and their draft picks. You want to have about 45 million going into the league year.
Hey, Armchair, it's another team that everybody's not talking about that's going to be dealing with a little bit of cap money issues, and that's the Seattle Seahawks.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. And another one is what we've talked about is the Saints. But let's pull up the Seahawks real quick for you.
And you know the Seahawks gonna lose a lot of players because they're gonna get.
Well, the Seahawks have got 63.4 million in cap space now. No. Their problem is, and I know where D's going to go with this right now. They got to, re-sign Darnold. They got to re-sign JSN, K9. It's going to be hard.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying like today they have these problems. I'm saying these problems are at the door. They're knocking at the door like, hey, we're here. What are you going to do with them? And it means that you lose like players because Leonard Williams got a nice contract for himself. He got it from the Jets or the Giants.
Oh, Leonard Williams? Yeah, $29.6 million.
You see what I'm saying? You know what happens with that, right?
And then you got Cooper Kupp who's making 17.4.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna mind letting Cooper Kupp walk.
Well, no, his dead cap's only 17, so you cut that in half and you save half. So,
I think if they let K9 go to free agency, he out of there, man.
I think you have to let K9 go to free agency, though. And see, right now I'm going to tell you why. But one thing I've never liked with these guys, dude, don't show me how great you are on your contract year. You know what I'm saying?
Well, this is what I was saying last week. He really didn't turn up until, like, the middle or the end of the season.
Right.
Right, because he wants to make that money. It was the same thing I said about Bryce Young with the Carolina Panthers.
That's why they want to give Brandon Ayuk his contract. I'm like, bro, it ain't like you've been this guy steadily. You know? But anyway.
And it's like I said last week, and I'm going to keep saying it. Going up into free agency is going to be a very, very interesting time. Because, number one, we have 12 teams that are over the cap. 12. Last year, we only had 6.
Well, give me the 12 teams. Give me the 12.
Hold on. Let me find my paper real quick.
Dallas is one of them.
Hold on. I've got it written down. Hold on. All right. We've got Packers, Texans, Lions, Jaguars, Bills, Bears, Browns, Dolphins, Cowboys, Vikings, Saints, Chiefs.
Now, see, just in that, what you're saying, you know how people keep talking that, oh, next year we get it. your team is going to look completely different the next year. If you're over the cap, that means you have to get rid of people.
That's what I keep saying, my brother. I keep saying it, but nobody wants to listen. The problem with Cooper Kupp retiring is the remainder of his guaranteed money becomes fully guaranteed that year he retires. So you're still going to be paying him $17 million. And by the way, you can't manipulate retirement money. It's all due that year he's retired.
Nope, it's all due.
So if Kupp retires this year, you're only saving $470,000. That's it.
Just like what your Derek Carr trying to go back and with the Jets. I'm like, dude, the Jets is a damn fool if they do that.
And see, the Chiefs are 57. The one who's going to have a lot of problems are the Saints. They're 41 million over, and they really don't have the players to adjust the cap. And the major reason why they're over is that 50-some million dead cap hit from Derek Carr. That's why they have to try to trade him, because of him retiring. All that guaranteed money came due this year. And you cannot mess with that money. It's not like how I can manipulate your cap hit. Dead cap money and retirement money, I cannot manipulate. It's the same. Why do you think the Browns are not forcing Deshaun Watson to retire? Because all that $35 million would be due this year. They can't manipulate it. When you retire as a player, all of your guaranteed money is due that year.
Hey, Armchair, I got something for you guys, and as Denver Broncos fans, you guys have never said, and you too, see, right, y'all have never said, how about the Denver Broncos in this offseason signing one Jawan Jennings?
I've said that, D.
I've never heard you say that.
I said that all last week when we were talking about wide receivers of the Broncos. The only problem I have with Jawan Jennings is the money he wants.
Yeah, me, you, and Chris talked about that.
Oh, we did, huh?
And I talked about it.
I'm old, y'all.
Oh, I know. So we can't remember what we had for breakfast.
No. But I think that would be a hell of a fit.
Hold on. Let me pull up what his is. Hold on. Because I know it's a lot.
Jawan Jennings is going to get a sobering moment in his free agency. He's going to get a sobering. He's going to get some sobering moments.
His projected market availability is $22.6 million per year.
Yeah, he's going to get a sobering moment.
I mean, he's a great player. He's been in the NFL for 5 years, but I don't want to sign a $22 million wide receiver.
Nobody's doing that. I'm telling you, wide receivers are going to start. I'm going to tell you why. Because teams are running the ball a lot more effective. The winning teams are running the ball a lot more effective.
That cap hit for that wide receiver is going to go down.
It's going to go down. It's going to go down.
I mean, there's rumors saying that Debo could go back to San Francisco.
I don't think I would be opposed to that as of right now, being what we had at wide receiver last year.
You got Christian Kirk, who's a free agent, Tutu Atwell.
Kirk ain't going nowhere. Kirk is staying. I can see Tutu Atwell going somewhere only because unless the money that there's not going to be enough money for him. I'm just saying that.
Well, let's see. What is it? Tutu Atwell. Well, his market availability is only about $2.6 million. So that's not that bad.
Yeah, that's not that bad. But I'm just saying because with Stafford saying he's not retiring and he's coming back.
I'm waiting to see if the Seattle Seahawks re-sign Shaheed with his market availability at $14.1 million. You're talking about, where is he? I know who you're talking about. Hold on, let me pull him up. You're talking about Alec Pierce, whose market availability is 20.2. Wide receiver out of Indianapolis.
Yeah. He's I don't know if y'all giving him that much money when he was really in a somewhat of a backup role.
That, and he's coming out of his rookie deal. Right? He's coming out of his rookie deal. He had one good year with Indy. Now, again, he had one good year with somewhat competent quarterback play. I mean, the entire time he was there, he had Anthony Richardson, and we all know how that went.
Man, you better get off Anthony, man. Anthony is the best quarterback.
Yeah, he's the best quarterback Florida ever produced.
Shoot. Believe Anthony. You only saying that because Anthony Richardson is you know what? I can't say it on TikTok. I don't want to get banned. That's the only reason why you're saying that, Armchair.
Yeah, you know me better than that, D. I mean, do you know that they're projecting George Pickens at $30.6 million a year market availability?
I can't see paying that for a guy that once he gets an attitude, he's gonna not play hard. I can't see giving him that kind of bread.
I can't see it either, brother. That's way too much. And then, okay, so we're talking about the Indianapolis Colts with Alex Pierce. Are the Colts going to give that money to Daniel Jones now, or are they going to go with Riley Leonard that they drafted out of Notre Dame?
I'm giving Riley Leonard a shot.
I've got to give Riley Leonard a shot.
I think they handcuff. I think they don't have no choice but to re-sign Daniel Jones just because they gave up them 2 first-round picks.
Well, you're right. You're right there. You're right.
Yeah, but think about this, C. Wright. Are you really going to sign Daniel Jones to $43.5 million at his market value? That's what
we all know. But hold on, we all know. The only thing matters is the guaranteed money. We all know that. We've been around this game a long time.
We've been around it a long time. I understand.
How much guaranteed money will he get? That's what we need to be.
All right, well, let's look at this. Say you sign Daniel Jones to a 3-year 100 and what was he asking? 3-year 145. His guarantee is probably going to be about 105.
3-year 145.
That's what he wants.
No, he ain't getting that.
I ain't giving it that.
That is what he wants. 3-year 145, and I think he wants 105 guaranteed.
Hey, he can probably get a 2-year. I'll probably give him a 2-year $75 million contract. 2 years with 25 of it guaranteed.
Won't sign it. I'll tell you that right now. He will not sign it.
That's his market value to me.
Right.
Coming off that injury.
But you actually think he's going to sign a deal that's only $25 million guaranteed? Nope, it'll be the same thing that Trey Henderson did. He will want, if you're going to give him a 2-year 75, I can tell you right now he's going to want 55 of it guaranteed.
That's why people be looking at the whole contract. The guaranteed money is the only thing that really matters.
Yep, because that is what you have to pay if he retires, if he can't play, or anything like that. That's why he's not going to sign a deal that only gives him $25 million guaranteed. He's not going to do it.
Then homeboy, hey, good luck. Good luck in the free agency market.
I'm just telling you, I can see that right now.
Because I'm gonna tell you right now, somebody is gonna like Mac Jones. Hey, do me a favor, look up Mac Jones' contract.
You're right. Let me look that up for you right now.
$7 million next year. I think he's getting like 7. If I'm not mistaken, as a backup.
Let me look it up for you right now.
And then Davis Mills as well, right?
Let's see, where is he? Mac Jones is getting $3.9 million next year.
Now, let me ask you something. See, right. Get with me on this. If you can trade for that contract or give Daniel Jones $50-something million, $55 million, which one are you doing?
That's a good question.
Mac Jones.
Right. I'm trading for Mac Jones.
I don't know about that one.
Why not?
No, I don't think Max Crosby is leaving Vegas.
I'm not hyped up on Mac Jones, so I mean the man don't hype me up. So I mean that just
how much will Sam Darnold get? I think they're talking 245. I think that's what they're talking about with Sam Darnold. A 4-year, 240, 245, 160, I think, guaranteed.
Boy, please do that. Please do that.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah, it's somewhere between 225 and 245 over 4 years, and around 145 to 165, something like that,
Hey,
guaranteed.
West and
I
Philly
got
said I
a
would not
question
pay
for
him.
all of you guys.
Sure, what's up?
And this is kind of going a different direction, Armchair, but it's been kind of irking me. I'm a big Bronco fan, okay? But why hasn't Jim Plunkett been in the Hall of Fame? Why?
I can tell you why. Jim Plunkett hasn't been in the Hall of Fame because basically over the Jim Plunkett, if you look at Jim Plunkett's career, Jim Plunkett.
Wait a minute, wait, time out. Now, see, this is where I got to argue with you. Jim Plunkett took the Raiders to the Super Bowl just like John Elway did. Let's talk about it.
I'm getting ready to tell you. If you look at Jim Plunkett's career, his whole career, Jim Plunkett didn't start actually being an effective winning quarterback until he got to the Raiders.
Neither did Dan Marino.
You got it. Dan Marino spent his nose. Dan Marino won.
It don't matter, but how many Super Bowls? How many Super Bowls?
Hey, hold on, before we argue. The whole deal about Super Bowls, I get it, but Super Bowls in the eyes of the Hall of Fame mean nothing.
Mean nothing because he's only got one ring. It is not like.
But here's my thing: the man is deserving of the suit of being in the Hall of Fame.
Look at the people that have been there. I'm gonna disagree with you there. I think Jim Plunkett was great on the back end of his career. He was really good on the back end of his career. But I remember, and I do know this for a fact, Jim Plunkett got traded for $200 to the 49ers from New England.
And of course, I know that for a fact too.
And then the 49ers basically gave Jim Plunkett to the Raiders for a ham sandwich.
Now, see, here's my thing, though, guys. John Elway was great to the back end of his career.
But look at Elway throughout his entire career. When it comes to the Hall of Fame, stats matter. Okay, Hall of Fame is different. Stats matter. What did you do? How many touchdowns did you throw? How many game-winning drives? How many yards per year? That's why Dan Marino is in. Even though he didn't win a Super Bowl, look what Dan Marino did for Miami football. Look what Dan Marino represented. Look at the records that Dan Marino set. Dan Marino set many records, but when you look at the eyes of the Hall of Fame, Super Bowls mean nothing.
Okay, so if the Super Bowls mean nothing, then why is Mar Levy in there?
Again, records.
He's 0-4.
Mar Levy has a lot of wins, man. Mar Levy has a lot of wins.
Wait a minute, Armchair just said Super Bowls don't matter.
That's what I said.
I didn't say Super Bowls. He said a lot of.
So Mar Levy has not won a Super Bowl, but the man is in the Hall of Fame.
How many players are in the Hall of Fame that have never won a Super Bowl? Ray Guy's in the Hall of Fame and never won a Super Bowl, I believe.
I'm just saying, man, it's been since the 1980s. This man has been waiting patiently to get in the Hall of Fame, and they deny him. They don't even bring him up on the ballot. That's a crime.
There's multiple players that have been denied. Again, dude, it's sad to say.
Roger Craig just got into the Hall of Fame last year.
I can't wait to go on the tour of the Hall of Fame. But when we talk about Hall of Fame inductees and stuff like that, it's the same thing we talk about every year about the MVP voting.
I think he's just crazy, guys.
It's a popularity contest.
That's just my opinion. That's all. I mean, the man.
Quinta, you make a good point, but what you're not looking at is that, and I understand Jim Plunkett looked really good during the back end of his career, but the front end of his career, Jim Plunkett.
What's up, Armchair?
What's up, Akbar?
No, I get it. But if you look at every quarterback at the front end of the careers, they're horrible.
No, not to the extent of Jim Plunkett. Like I said, Jim Plunkett was almost drummed out of the league. Like his last 3-4 years, he did good things, but he had 8 years before that. You know what I'm saying? So
Troy Aikman actually was a very good quarterback outside of winning Super Bowls. You got to remember, Troy Aikman only won what, 2 Super Bowls?
2. He won 2.
That's not why Troy Aikman is in the Hall of Fame. You have to look at the whole of his career. Oh, he won 3 Super Bowls. Thank you. The whole of his career with Troy Aikman. Steve Young is in the Hall of Fame. One Super Bowl. Super Bowls do not account for Hall of Fame status. You have to look at their entire career. Again, especially quarterbacks, game-winning drives, division championships, passing yards, touchdowns, How many times were you in the divisional round? How many times were you in the conference championship? All that matters. So if winning a Super Bowl was the criteria for getting into the Hall of Fame, Eli Manning would have been a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Well, see, here's my other thing too. And I feel bad for these guys that try to get in the Hall of Fame and pass away. Then they put them in there. Man, come on. Just put them in. Jesus. It's nothing. What's so hard about that, Armchair?
It's the writers. Guys. It's the writers.
It's not the Hall of Fame of pretty good. It's not the Hall of pretty good. It's the Hall of Fame, which means you have set yourself apart. Like, I have great respect for Jim Plunkett, but I put Jim Plunkett and I'm being honest, Jim Plunkett is going to go down to me as in the same range as Trent Dilfer and Brad Johnson.
Oh, you're right. You're right. But I'm just saying, the man literally took the Raiders on his shoulders and won that Super Bowl. I mean, come on, man.
You say that, but look, I remember cats by the name of Dookie Williams. I remember cats by the name of Marcus Allen on that team. Howie Long. Like, that team was pretty stacked if you go look at the names. Lester Hayes, Mike Hayes. That team was pretty stacked. That 83 Raiders team was pretty stacked when they
had some good players, but I'm just saying.
No, they had some Hall of Fame players. Like, a lot of those players got gold
is well deserving of being in the Hall of Fame. That's it. I wanted to change it up.
Okay, so is Trent Dilfer deserving of being in the Hall of Fame?
Hey, you know what? Hey, I'm not the guy that picks him to be in the Hall of Fame, but if the numbers say so, then yeah, he should be in there.
Trent Dilfer shouldn't be in there.
Hey, but that's your opinion, though.
Well, here's the deal when it comes to the Hall. You have anonymous voters, but we know who they are. They're sports writers. They're media personnel and stuff like that. You want to know why? Everybody with the Bill Belichick thing. Bill Belichick pissed off a lot of sports writers. You don't think this is them getting back at him?
That's true. That's very true. There's another thing. I got one for you guys, and you guys will all agree on this one. What did Walter Payton do for the Chicago Bears? He took the Chicago Bears whole-handedly by himself to that Super Bowl. The 85 Bears? Come on, man.
The 85 Bears rested on their defense.
The 85 Bears was their defense.
You're going to sit there and tell me Walter Payton had nothing to do with that?
No, I didn't say he didn't have nothing to do with it, but he carried them. He didn't carry them. You said he carried them.
Tony Dungy is a voter, yeah.
There was no better running back in that era than Walter Payton. That's just my opinion.
All of that may be true. I'm not saying anything about that. That may be true, but he did not carry that 85 Bears.
He carried them.
No. That's the name.
Bro, when you think about the 85 Bears,
you think of the defense.
You don't think about
46 defense.
When you think about the Super Bowl 50 Broncos, you think about their defense too.
Ain't nobody gonna deny that.
No.
That's like us saying C.J. Anderson carried us.
What he's saying, and I can say Peyton Manning carried
Anderson carried
the Broncos that year.
Anderson carried us. He did the same thing. So
no. I will disagree with that a whole 100%.
You guys are going to tell me without Anderson scoring that touchdown in Super Bowl 50, we would have never won it?
What did that defense? Hold on, D. Who had the number one offense going into Super Bowl 50?
The Carolina Panthers.
Carolina Panthers.
And who shut down the number one offense in Super Bowl 50?
Of course.
The Denver Broncos defense shut down the number one offense.
Both sides of the ball to win a football game.
Okay, this is what I've said multiple times, Quentin.
Let me make an example for you guys. Why didn't our Broncos go to the Super Bowl this year?
Injuries.
Because we didn't have an offense.
No, injuries.
Thank you. It was a quarterback.
No, that's not why you didn't go. That's not why you didn't go to the Super Bowl this year.
Yeah, I keep hearing that the Broncos could be trading for A.J. Brown. I hope they don't.
You didn't go to the Super Bowl this year because it was piss poor coaching. It was piss poor coaching in that AFC Championship game.
Listen,
That's
if
what-
we
that's
would have
what
went to the
stopped
Super
the
Bowl, I think we would have got smashed, okay?
Oh no, there is no thing we would have.
That's not the question you just asked. That's not the question you just asked. See, now you want to move the question.
Yeah, I hear the rumors, Union, but man, I hope it's false. I hope it's false. I don't want AJ Brown.
I'm not moving no goalpost, believe me. No, I'm not. Come on,
Well,
man.
you are. And here's
My question. My question was, why is Jim Plunkett not in the Hall of Fame?
Sam Darnold, he's about to get paid. Sam Darnold is about to get paid.
Jim Plunkett is the one that I was asking about.
And the answer simply to that question is because he doesn't have longevity of being good.
He belongs there. He belongs there. He belongs there just like anybody else.
I think they're talking 4-year, 245, 4-year, 265, something like that.
I think Jim Plunkett's only on the on ballots.
You know,
Jim Plunkett is deserving. Let's just put it that way.
Now the Broncos
And I'm not a Raider
John
fan.
Franklin Myers.
What's that?
Is the Broncos keeping John Franklin Myers?
I don't think they are.
I don't think so.
I don't think they're going to keep John Franklin Myers.
How about Sternard?
I don't think they're going to keep Sternard either. I think they're going to go for Jonah Ellis.
You think so?
That's what I keep reading out of Broncos reporters, is that the Broncos are looking at after going after Jonah Ellis.
Jonah Ellis.
Yeah.
Isn't he on our team?
No. Is
You
it?
mean Jaden Ellis?
Yeah, his brother, Jaden Ellis. The other Ellis that isn't on our
I was
team.
like, okay. I was like, we have Jonah.
The one that's not on our team.
The brother.
The brother on the Falcons?
Yes.
No, man. I thought his brother's on the Seattle Seahawks.
Is he the C?
No. He has a
No.
brother on the Patriots and the Falcons.
Oh, the Patriots. That's right. That's what I was thinking.
The youngest one is on the Patriots.
Christian Ellis.
Okay. I was thinking about the one of the Patriots.
Damn, their lineage, man, is crazy. From their father played for us too.
That's gonna be.
Yeah, I think it's Caden Ellis out of Atlanta.
Caden Ellis, yeah, that's the name.
That's who I keep hearing they could be going after. His deal is only, he's projected market value 8.9 mil a year. So
What do you guys don't think about Max Crosby? What do you think?
Max Crosby's going nowhere.
Yeah, he's gonna stay in the Raiders.
Wow.
It is going to cost you to legitimately have trade talks with the Raiders for Crosby. It's going to cost you more than what the Dallas Cowboys got for Micah Parsons.
Oh, yeah,
Really?
easy.
Unless Max Crosby comes out and says he won't play for the Raiders.
True.
Then the number lowers.
Yeah, he's a diehard Raider. He won't do that.
He's got Raiders tattooed all over his
That
body.
don't mean, guys, that doesn't mean anything.
No, I'm just saying, tongue in cheek.
But he's not going to go. I doubt he goes anywhere. And if he does, you could look at New England or Dallas as two top landing spots for him.
Or Chicago.
I don't think Chicago because, number one, they're over the cap as we sit right now. Number two, they have way more areas the defensive linemen to worry about.
Huh. Well, I just look at it this way. That man stays with the Raiders. He ain't going nowhere.
Would you trade him as an ownership of the Raiders?
If I could get 2 first-rounders, 2 second-rounders for him, yeah, I would trade him. Because you got to remember, if I'm in that room with Baby Davis and Tom Brady, I see the problems on this team. Right? Wide receiver, offensive line, defense, defensive backfield. I have a lot of problems on this team. And if I can get extra first and second rounders to not only make my team younger with a new head coach, but address areas that I need through my salary cap going down, I have to do it. if everybody gets what they want and Mendoza goes to the Raiders,
But
I have to build up that offensive line, or Mendoza's going to be the most sacked quarterback in the NFL next year.
but Armchair, you think somebody gonna give up 2 first rounders and 2 second rounders for Max Crosby?
I don't.
That's a lot.
I don't agree with that, Armchair. I don't agree with what you just said. The Raiders are sitting pretty. They really don't have to make.
Yeah, they got like 90-something million in cap
They're
space.
sitting pretty. They're
Yeah, but who wants to go to the Raiders? That's the question.
You'll be surprised because money talks and everything else runs America.
Right, but again, that's what I'm saying. If I trade him, that was the question. If I was in that room, I would want 2 1s and 2 2s. That's what I would want.
First of
But
all,
who's going to give you that?
I'm not
That's the
trading.
problem.
I'm not trading my locker room leader for nothing.
Exactly. That's why you put the number high. That's why you put the price tag high. Are we really going to sit here and go, hey, yeah, I do want to trade him? Or are we going to tell teams that keep calling us and pestering us, all right, give me 2 1s and 2 2s? If you are serious about this, I want 2 1s and 2 2s. If not, quit calling me.
Okay, but let me ask you this question, Armchair. So they want something that high. Now, this man wants out of the Raiders. Do you keep that guy in the locker room because he's going to continue to be upset?
But who has said he wants out? That's the question.
No, I'm just saying. Hey, everybody, man, he's even said he's not going to talk about it, but if it happens, it happens.
He is,
That
but
doesn't mean no. And in today's NFL, with the way these players roll, if Max Crosby wanted out of the Raiders, he flat out said because he know that's the easiest way of getting out is when you go public and say I don't want to be here.
He can pull a Micah Parsons.
Exactly.
But you're still, I can tell you this right now. There would be a team willing to give you 2 1s and 2 2s. I can guarantee you.
That is a lot.
That's a lot.
Really, the Colts just gave up 2 consecutive first round draft picks for Sauce Gardner.
For a corner that's supposed to be elite.
That's a corner, though.
Okay, and your point being,
Right.
look what the Packers gave up for Micah Parsons.
They didn't give up that though.
But they gave up 2 1s, a player, and more draft picks. Right? They gave up a player, 2 consecutive 1s, and other picks.
we out here.
I'm with you on the 2 1s, but the 2 2s, I'm not doing that, bro.
But you're not doing it. You're right.
Right. You're not.
Like some NFL, you're not doing it.
Nobody's giving that up for Max Crosby, bro.
Did you think, hold on, D, hold on. Did you really think the Cleveland Browns were going to give up 3 number 1s, 2 number 2s, and whatever else for Deshaun Watson?
That's true.
Yeah, but look at the season Deshaun Watson was coming off of.
Look at the season. Look what Max Crosby has done in the NFL.
Max Crosby's doing. Max Crosby is unbelievable.
I mean, come on. Look what the Broncos gave up for. Look what the Broncos gave up for Russell Wilson.
Russell Wilson. That was a nightmare.
So you can't tell me no team is not going to go, oh, you only want this? Done.
Yeah.
Go get
To
Drake.
think you have one of the best defensive linemen, you're going to do it.
But the 2 2s, I don't see that, bro.
Why not?
We have seen crazier trades in the
I've seen a
NFL.
lot of crazy.
I mean, I haven't seen one that's that crazy, though. That's 2 2s.
Look at everything Denver gave up for Russell Wilson. It wasn't just draft picks. It was 3 players plus the draft picks plus a new contract. And did Russell Wilson come off of an incredible year when we traded for him? No.
No. He went to the Giants and faltered.
So don't tell me ain't no team going to do it. Oh, there's teams that'll do it.
With the paycheck that said Denver Broncos on it.
Hey, I hear what Wright said. Wright said he would buy. Hey, Wright, you're right. But if the names, and it's funny what everybody was doing. You can't compare. You got to look at position. I'm gonna be honest with you. And Max Crosby's not going anywhere because Max Crosby doesn't want to go anywhere. If Max Crosby wanted to go somewhere, he would be in the media right now. He knows how to get. Every player knows how to get out of where they are. All you do is you just say, "Hey, I don't want to be," and you go public and you do the stupid stuff that we see guys like Brandon Ayuk doing. We see guys like Tyreek Hill doing. You just do the stupid stuff, and then
So let me ask you this, Theo: if you're Max Crosby, and he's been on the Raiders and they've been atrocious, we know this. Do you think for a minute he might put that in his brain? Hey, I'm just going to use the Broncos or the Chiefs or the Chargers, use somebody like that, and say, hey, I might have a chance to make it to the Super Bowl. I'm gonna take that chance and go.
And again, if that was what he wanted to do, that's not how he's wired. Because I listened to this guy's interview. He's wired like this.
What I'm saying, do you think it's not in the back of his mind? That's what I'm saying.
No, it's not. Because I just was getting ready to tell you the way that he's wired. The way that he's wired is, I don't want to join those teams. I want to beat those teams. He wants to be the one that beat them.
Well, I doubt he would go to Buffalo. I mean, it makes sense, but Buffalo has way more problems than needing a defensive lineman. Number one, the Bills are already $10.2 million over the cap. Not as bad as they were last year. Number whatever, they need wide receivers. I don't think anybody really wants to go to Buffalo right now with everything going on in that front office.
And Josh Allen is ruffling up some feathers down there.
Josh Allen's a joke.
So I don't think Buffalo is this great landing spot as people think it is.
I don't either. So once again,
What, because, and I'm going to say this, and everybody knows my stance on Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson. No, it's not two quarterbacks that have done less with all the hype that they get.
That's right.
And with all the hype that they get, they've done less with. It's not two other quarterbacks that have done less with all the hype that they get. And then it's always somebody else's fault when they don't win.
Yeah,
I don't remember the defense
right on the head.
I don't remember the defense causing the crying Josh Allen to fumble that ball going into halftime and giving the Broncos another field goal. So nobody holds these two cats accountable for their crap that they do on big game Sundays. So I'm sorry.
Listen, how about this? All the time leading up to the game of Buffalo, he was supposed to be this Superman, and he was going to come in here and do this and that to Denver. He didn't do nothing but look awful.
Good if they get you there.
No, I think they get away with it because we are fanatics and we live in the John Madden era of football. So with John Madden era of football, that's what we look at. We don't look at what's actually important. And what's actually important is a quarterback getting the job done.
Exactly.
To me, the quarterbacks are like you want to put like guys like Josh Allen, always Superman. Then why are you always playing from behind? Why aren't you blowing teams out? Why do you gotta turn into Superman?
Yep.
That's the way I look at it.
And you got to remember, Buffalo had one of the best running games throughout the year with Cook.
But he fumbled. I mean, look what he did.
I get that, but they still had one of the best running games throughout the year.
Hey, that boy Singleton hit him head on with that. Was like, what?
Now you guys were talking about Mahomes. Do you actually think Mahomes is going to take that pay cut?
Yes, it's not a pay cut. It's not a pay cut.
What is it then?
How you do this is he's going to get a check so his cap hit is $78 million. He's going to get a check from the owner for $50 million that he can take to the bank right now and cash it and only have $28 million go against the cap. It's not a cut. He's still making the money. It's just not going against the cap. It's a check that the owner is giving him.
Been doing this every year. Like, I don't know.
It's the same thing that Dallas does with Dak Prescott. The owner writes him a check at the beginning of the year. He sees, okay, you're going to get $78 million against the cap. I'm writing you a $50 million check right now, saying it's a bonus, because that's how you legally manipulate it. You're still getting the money. He's still going to make $120 million this year because he's got $50 million in bonus money as well. He's still making that money. It's just not going against the cap, and he gets it at the beginning of the year.
Okay.
All we're doing, and that is one thing about fans, when you hear these announcers go, I can't believe Patrick Mahomes is doing all this and only making $28 million. When you look at this guy and that guy, well, if you go in and you look at it and like, no, wait a minute, Mahomes is actually making $120 million this year. It's just how they worked it to where it's not against the cap.
Wow.
That's how you do it.
I was just concerned because I know Mahomes, man. If he wants his money, he's going to get his money.
He's going to get his money. It's just going to be a check that's from Hunt.
Oof. Well, I just hope that Kansas City, the Raiders, they all stay down where they belong, in the gutter.
But that's not going to be the only thing that fixes their cap problems when it comes to the Chiefs.
Yeah, I get it. I get you, but I just want to see
the Chiefs.
I don't want to see the Chiefs. I don't want to see the Raiders. I just hope they all stay in the gutter.
Hey, brother, I'm gonna help you to something. You get ready to see a lot of the Raiders, because if the Raiders get out of Clint Kubiak's way and allow him to build, I'm not saying you're gonna see him this year, but I'm saying in about 2 years, maybe not this year, but the following year, look out.
I say year 2 or year 3, because if they take Mendoza number 1, I give Mendoza about 2 to 3 years before he really gets comfortable in an NFL system.
But is Davis willing to keep Kubiak around? Because he's been firing coaches like he can't put out fires, man. He just
no, that Baby Davis, or Bowl Cut, as I like to call him, Bowl Cut. If Bowl Cut start running the Raiders like he runs the Aces, they'll be fine.
You think so?
They'll be fine. Trust me.
Okay.
They'll be fine.
Okay. I don't want to get back on this live in 2 years. There's another coach for the Raiders.
No, I doubt. Now the only way that'll happen. The only way that'll happen, and D, you and I have talked about this multiple times, is if the Raiders stay horrible, not mediocre, but horrible over the next 2 or 3 years, they're going to blame Kubiak instead of blaming Mendoza. So that's why he'll be gone. But if
the all of all for them,
do what?
Do you really think Mendoza's he's going to be the main guy for the Raiders?
No, I don't.
I think he'll handle it. I think
Mendoza look how bad the offensive line is.
But see, that's the thing.
But we have close to $90 million to go and fix it.
Right. They're going to get a chance to fix it. They're going to get a chance to fix it. You're talking about the Raiders today. We'll talk about the Raiders again
in August.
After April. After April, in May. We'll talk about them in May.
Okay, we'll see.
Because you got free agency and the draft.
But you can't pick up a whole offensive line in free agency. Come on now.
Why can't you? The Bears did it.
The Raiders got like a big ass leak in their whole offensive line.
Here's what you're thinking. It may just be 1 or 2 players that need to be replaced on that line. The other ones,
they do not need it. They don't need a left tackle. They don't need a right tackle. They need a left guard and a center.
They need a left guard and a center. You're right.
That's it. You get a left guard and a center, that line is locked up.
Okay, sir.
But then you've got to go out and you've got to get targets for Mendoza. You got to get wide receivers because you traded Jacoby Myers. You've got
that's the only thing you need. You need wide receivers.
That's it. And then everything else you can work on the defense. You want to build this defense up to keep Mendoza off the field as long as possible.
Wait a minute, you're a Broncos fan, right? You're a Broncos fan, right?
Big Bronco fan.
Didn't you see how the Raiders played the Broncos defensively this year?
But did you see? I'm not even going to go there.
No,
our
their
receivers
defense
are
was
horrible.
on the field a lot, but their defense was not the problem.
We have no offense, D.
No, y'all had offense. Stop.
Man, give me a break. You can't play offense in the fourth quarter every game.
You didn't do that every game.
No, we did it most of the time. Well, I can name 3 right now. I mean,
right, and you can name 3, and there's 17 games, and you can name 3. Now, do the percentage on that.
Okay, but what was the percentage on our offense this year? I don't even think, were we ranked in the top 20, Armchair?
No, we had the worst wide receiver room, the worst tight end room, and we were second in drops.
I meant offense overall.
Yeah,
What rankings, Armchair, offense
was
overall?
bad, and plus coaching was bad as well.
Our offense was ranked, I think, what is it, 19?
Sean Payton
Oh,
kept
okay, I said top 20. Give him credit.
bubble screen.
Let me see if I can pull it up.
I got it right now. I'm pulling it up right now.
What is it, D?
The Denver Broncos offense.
I thought we were like 25.
No, you were like, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You were 10th in total offense.
What?
I'm looking at it on ESPN. It's got y'all ranked 10th in total. It's 10
Man,
times
I need
over you
to-
guys in total yards.
I need to take my orange glasses off then. I need to take them off because, man, I thought we were like, but even
Total
at
yards,
that,
it's 10 teams better than you guys in total yards.
I've been telling people the offense ain't as bad as we think
So
it is.
it wasn't your. That's why I said. That's why I was telling you, man.
but our receivers, like Armchair said, they were worse than the league, man.
You had a lot of drop passes, but that don't mean you were the worst.
Woo! A lot of drop passes. It looked like they have butter on their hands. I mean, it's like
The Broncos were 14th in scoring, and this is from ESPN. The Broncos were 14th in scoring, even with Bo Nix in the lineup. It's well beyond the question that whether Nix playing the AFC Championship game would have changed anything. They were 29th in percentage of drives that ended in a 3 and out. They were 15th in plays of 20 yards or more. And other 3 conference championship teams were number 1, 2, and 4. Running back J.K. Dobbins led the team in explosive runs, despite not playing after November 6th.
Those numbers, that's called clickbait media chat. If you look at the Broncos as a total, man, no way. I'm looking at y'all's total offense right now. Y'all only behind teams like the Colts, Seattle, San Francisco, Chicago, Detroit, Buffalo, New England, Cowboys, and the Rams.
I'm looking.
Look at the teams.
All right, here we go. So we were 11th in passing yards per game.
Man, that's only 9 teams.
We were 16th in rushing yards per game.
You're 16th with a running back position that was basically band-aided together. You were 16th.
Oh, no, we were more than Band-Aid together.
I just say, guys, we need an overhaul on our offense, man. Our receivers are horrible. Our running backs really didn't do much this year. Look at Ingram. Ingram was supposed to be the go-to guy this year. Where did he go?
They didn't use him right.
They
He didn't get no
but he didn't
targets.
run his patterns right either. I mean, the guy came out like he was lazy.
Yeah, he did
He
look a
was just there
little.
for a
He
paycheck.
did look a little sluggish. All right.
I mean, look what he did. Look what he did with Jacksonville. He was a terror for Jacksonville. He came to Denver, and it's like everything just came to a halting stop.
We're not about to do this, bro. We're not about to do this because we had 2 young receivers. Cortland Sutton was still a 1,000-yard receiver. He was one of the top chain movers in the NFL. So it's the play calling, bro. That's what it is. And nobody
Okay,
wants
see,
to
right. So where was Sutton? Where was Sutton in the playoffs? Can I ask you? He scored 1 touchdown.
You said what?
I said, where was Sutton in the playoffs? From my account, he scored 1 or 2 touchdowns, I think.
Okay, he played one game against Buffalo. You know we had the bye, right? And he was missing Bo Nix the second game, and it was a blizzard. So what are we really talking about?
Who cares if come on? So we're gonna make up excuses about a blizzard, and New England came out there and beat us. Yes, it was Sean Payton's fault. We couldn't kick that field goal. But where was Sutton? Where was he?
Dude, you had a backup quarterback in there.
You don't understand it, bro. He just gonna believe what he want to believe. I'm not about to go back.
No, it's not what I want to believe. My eyes don't lie to me. My eyes don't lie to me. Even if we had a backup quarterback, where was Sutton?
Where?
Okay,
Where
where was Sutton? Let me ask you this:
offensive
where was Sutton all year with Bo Nix? He showed up when he wanted to.
No, I'm not going with that.
You don't think so?
I don't.
Oh my goodness. Well, Me, I'm a true blue Bronco fan, man. And when we're paying that
How
kind of
did he
money
show
for
it when he
someone
wanted
do
to?
it?
When he was a 1,000-yard receiver and one of the top chain movers in the NFL. What are we talking
But
about?
if he was that good, why didn't we win? He should have
Because we didn't have our number one running back. We didn't have our number one quarterback. We didn't have our number two wide receiver. We didn't have our number three wide receiver in that game. That's why we didn't win. That's why we did not win. Pat Bryant didn't play but the first quarter of the New England game. Troy Franklin didn't play at all. J.K. didn't play. Bo Nix didn't play.
Armchair, hold up. He owed Corbin Sutherland an apology. 17 games, 74 receptions, 124 targets, 1,017 yards, 13.7 average, 7 touchdowns, 52 long. Bro, he had 222 yards in yak. Bro, you owe Corbin Sutherland an apology.
I don't know him nothing. I don't know him jack doodle on a stick.
Okay. Well,
The man, to me,
he right.
the
He
man,
right.
the man.
The difference between fan and fanatic is what?
Excuse me?
The difference between a fan and fanatic is what?
Oh, you don't even want to go there. I've been a fan since 1976.
And the difference between a fan and a fanatic
Should I name all
is
the players on the Broncos in
what?
76?
No, because that
Would you like to
shows
know?
fanatic.
So you
That
can't
shows
tell me
fanatic.
that I'm a fanatic. I'm a fan.
It's a
I'm a
fanatic.
fan of the football game. I'm a fan of the Broncos.
Well,
And when I
the
see
numbers ain't
that,
lying-
I see
the
that.
numbers ain't lying to you, but you.
Vikings fan are intrigued by Daniel Jones free agency. I doubt the Vikings, Vincelli. I doubt the Vikings bringing Daniel Jones.
But that's just my opinion, man. You guys can go on all day about
Not with the contract that Daniel Jones wants. I seriously doubt the Vikings would do that.
Yeah, I
See,
would.
it's-
Not being 40 million over the cap. The Vikings have to turn around about $80 million here in the next month. They got to do an $80 million flip before we even get close to free agency. And again, Sam Darnold is projected at a 4-year, 245 contract, you know, like 140, 160 guaranteed. So no, I don't see them going after Sam Darnold. I honestly don't know who they can go after. Again, they've got to do about an $80 million flip in their cap.
The Vikings are hurting, let me tell you. They need a quarterback.
Well, they need a lot.
They need quite a bit. But I personally think that if Mendoza comes out as a Raider, it's going to be a long couple of seasons for them.
So Justin Jefferson, Brian O'Neill, you know, they're all gonna Jonathan Allen, they're all gonna have to get, you know, rework deals.
Sorry, D, I wasn't able to hear you.
I said, you hoping that that's the case.
Well, I mean, it's a proven fact.
No, it's not.
He ain't gonna just come out. He ain't gonna just come out and be gangbusters for the Raiders. I'm gonna take
Jaden
that.
Daniels.
Huh?
Jaden Daniels.
Man, but you're talking about two different talents. Look at Jaden Daniels. Come on, man. I'd take Jaden. I would take Jaden Daniels over
No,
Bo Nix.
I'm giving it to you like you said.
I would not take Jaden Daniels over Bo Nix.
Man,
You're crazy,
Yeah,
bro.
me
I'm
neither.
telling you right now, Jaden Daniels being put in the right position or the right situation
You got to
for
be in
a
the right
good
position.
team, that man will be good.
Oh,
He's got some talent on him.
oh.
But then look where he's at. I mean, we could talk about the Raiders all day. Look at the Washington Redskins.
Wait. The Jaden Daniels that I know was with the Washington Commanders last
Yes.
year and the year before.
Exactly, Ronnie.
His rookie year, he went to the NFC Championship game. Now, as far as I know, Jaden Daniels didn't lose his head coach nor his offensive coordinator, none of his weapons. He actually gained a weapon in Deebo Samuel, and he took a step backwards.
But he took a
Theo,
step backwards because why? I mean, look at once again.
I hope he's not the next RG3. I don't want to put that stigma on him.
Is this a
I
armchair?
think
I was
Jaden Daniels being in the right situation with the right team, that man is a good quarterback.
What's up, David?
I actually agree. I actually agree with the comment. I think he is the next RG3.
I hope he's not. I'm just saying, I hope he's not.
Me neither, armchair. But I mean, he's leading toward that way. Let's be honest.
You're right, OTC, but I just hope that I mean, I think the guy is. I think he's got some great talent.
I'm not saying he's not talented, but I'm saying he can't stay healthy.
Oh my God!
Okay, what about the quarterback for the Chicago?
Well, we
Bears?
also got to remember. We also got to remember that at one point in time this year, going into the year, the Washington Commanders were the oldest team in the NFL on average.
Yes, they were.
Yeah.
On tape.
And not only that, Armchair, I mean, these people didn't have any tape on Jane Daniels his first year. That's why he was so successful.
And so what you saying?
No, I doubt the Vikings will bring back Kirk Cousins. And you know what? I think Caleb Williams is only going to get better in that offense under Brian Johnson or Brad Johnson or whatever the name is.
Ben Johnson.
Ben Johnson. I knew it started with a B.
Who said the thing about the tape on
Me. I did.
So are you saying that?
Hey, Diabolical One, thank you for the follow. I greatly appreciate that.
What's that, D?
Are you saying that now that there's tape on him that he's done?
Well, I mean, look at it. I mean, look at it. Compare it from his first year to his second year. Everybody, there was tape on him to watch on him, and he wasn't the same guy.
He wasn't
Okay,
the
so
same.
let me. Hey, OTC. I want you to give me just in the NFC. Give me your top 5 quarterbacks in the NFC. Just
In the NFC?
Yeah, just in the NFC, top 5.
All right. Well, not in order. I'm not going to say directly in order, but I'll give you I think Stafford, Goff.
Y'all know what?
No.
I know,
I'm
but
trying to think here. Hold on. You don't think Jared Goff's in the top 5?
no, I don't.
Stafford,
Just do your list.
Jared Goff in the top 5 is crazy.
Baker Mayfield's up there in the NFC.
Oh my God.
Yeah, not Baker Mayfield. Come on, man.
I mean, you can put
No,
Brock Purdy
that
up
no.
there, too.
Hey, Cheese. He's not putting him at number 2. He's just
I'm
saying.
not saying in any order. I'm saying
He's just saying who he thinks are top 5 in the NFC. He didn't put Goff at number 2. He's just putting out the quarterback's
I'm
name.
saying he's in the top 5 though.
So far I got Goff, I got Stafford, you said Baker Mayfield, that's 3. You need 2 more.
You can put Jalen Hurts in there. I know Eagles. You hate people say
Jalen
that.
Hurts will always come through for you.
He will always come. He should have been a Steeler. What are we talking about?
Hey,
Always.
he would always come through unless he got to play the Niners at home. Banged up offense. I'm
Come
just gonna
on,
say
bro.
that.
Come on.
You're crazy, D.
You're fucking crazy for that shit.
I love it. I love it.
That's
Did I lie?
funny.
Hey, did I lie about something?
No, you didn't. No,
But it was funny, D.
It's
You've
funny.
got. I'm sorry, and I'm not saying this because of D, but you got to put Purdy in there.
I was just
Yeah,
gonna say
you
you
have
can
to
put
put Brock
you can put Brock Purdy in there too. He's
Listen,
a good. I see him up there as well.
listen, that's why I asked you to do it, because I wanted to see where you at football mind wise.
Okay.
And I'm gonna tell you, you ain't gonna agree with this, but I'm gonna say this. I'm not putting Hurts in there over Dak Prescott.
I literally was gonna say Dak Prescott because you all know I like Dak Prescott.
Nah,
I'm not putting Hurts in there over Dak
I mean,
Prescott.
until he does something in the postseason, bro, you really can't say that shit. He's a great in the regular season, but he hasn't done shit in the postseason, bro.
that's like saying Lamar Jackson.
Chris, we're talking
He's the
about
same way, dude.
top 5 NFC quarterbacks.
So okay. So give me your top 5 AFC quarterbacks then.
Oh Lord.
Oh, here I already know.
AFC, I mean, obviously we're gonna go Mahomes. We're gonna go Mahomes, Allen, Burrow.
Huh?
I'll put Herbert in there.
Earl?
Hey, I like Herbert.
I absolutely love that.
That's 4. That's 4.
That's 4.
So you're gonna say Burrow? Are you crazy?
And then, and as much as I hate it, I'll put Lamar in there in the 5.
Okay. So
No.
wait a minute. So wait, then you just contradicted yourself. Because Lamar Jackson ain't getting done. Neither has Josh Allen.
Oh no! Don't take Lamar. You can put Josh Allen where Lamar is. Put Josh Allen in there.
But you already said Allen.
Oh, I said Allen. Okay.
Yeah.
You said Allen, Burrow, Mahomes,
But you just
Herbert,
act like
and Lamar.
So if you're great in the regular season, you do shit in the playoffs. That makes you what? A good quarterback? I don't understand. Like, aren't we here to win a Super Bowl at the end of the day?
Yeah, that's what that's what I tell everybody. Hold on before we go off. Hold on before we go off on the rails on the crazy train. Every team's object going into the league year in March is to come out with a ring. That's every team, right?
Yeah.
But when we look at, I'm a huge fan of Justin Herbert. I'm a huge fan of Dak Prescott. I want to be a huge fan of Jared Goff. I want to be. I really do.
Well, then you should be.
But I can't because I can't
Why?
trust him.
Exactly. Thank you.
I can't trust him. And I want to trust him. But here's my problem, though. Here's my problem when it comes to Jared Goff. Is it him or is it the offensive coaching staff? That is what we got to look at. Is it Goff or is it the offensive coaching staff?
If we're talking about last year, it was definitely the coaching staff. I mean, he lost
Ben Johnson, right? But I do like Dak, and I love what Brian Schottenheimer is doing down there in Dallas. I can't wait to see year 2. I really can't. And do you know this? You know this about me. I've been saying
I
it.
hear about the Dallas Cowboys. They go to the Super Bowl every year.
I was 10 years old when the Dallas Cowboys went to their last Super Bowl.
Yeah. Yeah, but they're going to the Super Bowl every year.
Well, hey, good for them. And then we turn off Madden. And then we turn off Madden. But
It ain't just the Cowboys.
Turning on Madden's crazy.
I'm a big fan of Dak Prescott. And I'm going to tell you why. Everybody wants to hate on Dak Prescott.
Explain yourself.
I'm about to. Do we think Mike McCarthy's going to do good in Pittsburgh?
Yes.
Yes.
How?
I do.
What has Mike McCarthy done as a hold on? What has Mike McCarthy done as a head coach to say he's going to do good?
He doesn't have a super owner that comes out and wants to be the holy Christ to everybody. The owner for the Cleveland Browns, you don't even hear from him.
Cleveland?
It takes the pressure. I mean, I'm not saying the Cleveland Browns. I'm saying Pittsburgh. It takes the pressure off of McCarthy. Let him do his job, and he's going to do it. Watch. You watch. Watch and see.
Okay, what did McCarthy do in Dallas? What did McCarthy do in Dallas? Got him to what, 2 divisional rounds? And when McCarthy took over play calling, we got to remember this. The last 2 years in Dallas with McCarthy was the play caller. There was an offensive coordinator, but he didn't have play calling.
But who was the mouth of
Yeah,
Dallas?
but one of those years, Dak was in the MVP conversation, and we talk about Harbaugh, but their resume is pretty much the same. Like
Exactly.
I agree with that.
But once again, who's the mouth of the Cowboys?
Jerry Jones.
Thank you. You can't get a word in otherwise. Look what happened with Michael Pearson. Look what happened. With
Micah Parsons.
Michael Parsons.
Okay, wait. Michael Parsons had just as much to do with his exit as anyone. Michael Parsons needs to stay off the podcast. You realize Michael Parsons said in a
In the
podcast.
Cowboys. Why? Because
You
of Jerry
realize-
Jones.
you realize Michael
Jerry
Parsons
Jones
got-
has a tendency to screw shit up.
But you realize that Michael Parsons just got on during Super Bowl week and said that he was better than Myles Garrett to Myles Garrett's face.
But here's the thing, though. Everybody says they're better than such and such.
He's not better than Myles Garrett, and he should know that.
Oh, we know that.
Well, Demetrio, what about Cleo Mack?
What about him?
What about him?
Isn't he
He's
better?
our son.
Better than who?
Michael Parsons?
No,
No,
not now. Not at this stage.
not now.
He
No,
was.
not now. No.
He was.
Was past tense. He's not now.
But okay, hold on. But okay, people are saying Dak is not a good quarterback.
Nope.
But
Dak is a great
how is Joe Burrow a good
I
quarterback?
agree.
If we're gonna equate playoff victories, what has Burrow done besides go to a Super Bowl and lose?
Joe Burrow got just as many playoff victories as Dak Prescott.
There you go. There you go. And I am a huge fan of Justin Herbert, and I really thought if they could have stayed healthy this year, the Chargers were going to be a very dangerous team.
Yes,
Well, I'm
they
not
could
gonna lie
have
to
been.
you, Armchair. If their offensive line was healthy, they beat the Patriots. Like, let's be
They
honest.
would have been a very
You're right.
dangerous team if they stayed healthy.
You're right.
Like, it's
Dimitri,
fact.
do you think that'd be a smart move if the Eagles picked up Myles Garrett for their defense?
He's
We're
not
not
going.
doing
Miles Garrett isn't going anywhere.
No, yeah. No,
That man's in
Miles
Cleveland for life,
no,
man.
stop. That's
Like,
something
come
that should
on,
even
bro.
have been
If
said.
he wanted to leave, he would have left last year.
Yeah, Miles Garrett isn't going anywhere.
Yeah.
Don't do that stuff.
Miles Garrett likes to be a loser.
I'll tell you this, Diabolical One. If the Chargers can stay healthy going into 2026, they have a legitimate chance of winning the West.
Yes, they do.
But they have to stay healthy.
They also
Like,
got
that's
Lions.
the
Herbert,
problem.
Lions gotta stay healthy.
And I'm going to, there's a chance that if the 49ers stay healthy, completely healthy next year, they could win the West.
You might see him in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
It all factors on, especially nowadays football, staying healthy.
The Niners suck.
I did not say that.
I said it.
I didn't say it.
Okay, let's put it this way, Dimitri. If Lamar was in free agency, where would he go from there?
That is I love that question. I love it.
Free agent, I would hope. This is what I would hope. Darth Raven. If Lamar was a free agency, I would hope he would go home and work on his craft, and then come back as a quarterback and not now.
You want to know where I think he would go? I already have it. Los Angeles Rams.
Right.
Oh.
He would sit behind. I would sign if Lamar was a free agent. I would sign him if I was the Rams to sit behind Stafford for 1 year because again, you all know that I feel that Sean McVay is the best quarterback head coach in the NFL.
Nah, not even close. But go ahead.
Who is
I'm
it?
gonna let you have that statement.
And then
Who is?
he sits a year and gets to work on his craft, work on again, and you know I've said this, D. Lamar has to work on his feet and hips. That's what he's got to work on. His feet and his hips.
I tell you
Lamar
what.
got to work on everything.
I tell you what.
What if the Lions
I
pick
tell
him
you
up?
what. I tell you what. You keep saying Sean McVay is the best quarterback coach. Who won the Super Bowl last year?
Yeah, with Seattle.
Who was the quarterback?
I get it, Sam Darnold. Who?
What stop did he make before he even became? What stop did he have to make? Where did he stop at?
I put him
Minnesota.
San Francisco.
No, Minnesota.
San Francisco. You keep forgetting that he sat behind Purdy that year.
But he still went to Minnesota. Minnesota. Don't you know?
Hey. Kyle Shanahan, most underrated coach in the NFL.
Oh, no. You know I like Kyle Shanahan. You know that. I'm never going to underrate him.
Highly disrespectful.
But
Demetrius, I've already asked you this. I've already asked you this on the podcast one day. I asked you, how much longer are they going to allow Shanahan to get to the championship or the Super Bowl and not produce before y'all start looking somewhere else?
I don't know. I can't answer that. I can ask that of a lot of teams. How long?
Go ahead.
Are we going to?
Right here, D.
Do we let,
D, just say it right here.
yeah. How long do we let any team?
Sean
do?
Payton.
I mean, we allow Mike Thomas to
Let's
play
say
19 years
let's
until
say
they
the
finally
Lions
he
pick
finally
Lamar.
Huh? How long are we gonna let? Hey, how long are we gonna let the coach of the Lions do it?
That's true. Dave Cable's another one.
Well, Dimitri, how about this? What if the Lions pick up Lamar?
Horrible move. Absolutely horrible move. No.
Dibo,
But
how
here-
long are we gonna let the Lions keep biting kneecaps but never get a playoff?
But here's my question, though. And this is the question that I always ask when we talk about firing head coaches. Who are you
What's that?
going to get to replace them?
Right.
Who's going to replace him?
That is the problem we have. When we talk about, oh, my coach is this, I need to get a new one. Who are you going to replace him with?
Hey, that's like the man that goes right. He got a wife. She makes him breakfast, lunch, dinner. She gains a little weight, but she's constantly, and she makes sure when she's taking care of his needs. Then he goes to work one day and he sees this young secretary that don't know how to boil water, right? But she's attractive, and he leaves his wife for her, and all she does is drain his bank account.
Oh,
Hey, D, I told my wife you're talking about her.
That's messed up. That's messed up. That is so messed up, guys.
If you're the Lions,
And I know my wife is in the chat. That's messed up. But again, if we're talking about firing Dan Campbell, who are you going to get to replace him? If we're talking about firing Shanahan, who out there right now is better than Shanahan?
I can tell you who would be a good one to replace Dan Campbell if he's gone, but
Who?
Jim Schwartz, brother. He left. He was a head coach before. Bring him back.
At Detroit. At Detroit.
At Detroit, yeah.
Demetrius said he'd take Eberflus in San Francisco.
Oh, that's cold-hearted. That's cold-hearted, man. That is so cold.
Coach was better than he was.
That is cold-hearted.
Hey, I'm a better head coach than Eberflus.
Yeah, Ronnie, yes, there are rumors that Lamar and Baltimore are not seeing eye to eye and could be traded.
No, they're not.
okay, let's say the Lions wanted to trade Jared Goff.
What's up, War Chant Kingdom?
Would you get a rookie for that, Dimitri, if he wanted to trade Jared Goff?
Well, number one, you ain't trading him with that contract.
Why? What are the chances of Lamar Jackson going to the New York Giants?
Raven, how many times have I told you that I do not do fictional trades?
Yeah.
I don't do them. I don't even put my mind on them because that doesn't make any sense. You're not trading.
What's up, David?
You're not going to trade Jared Goff because he's successful.
Yeah, I can sit on the panel tonight, War Chant.
Well, what
You
are
know
the
that.
chances of Lamar Jackson going to the Giants?
Do we think the Bears are going to fire some coaches after they kick the field goal this year?
Do what, Revan?
Do we think they're going to fire some coaches since they didn't make it to the Super Bowl?
Who?
They didn't kick the field goal.
They've already fired coaches.
Are you talking about the 2026 season, or are you talking? What are you talking about? There's already coaches on the hot seat going into 2026. One of them I completely disagree with, and that's Brian Schottenheimer going into year 2.
Yeah.
Who said Brian Schottenheimer's on the hot seat?
Fox News or Fox NFL Sports.
Yeah.
They also hired Nick Wright, so we can't take them.
Yeah, just send me a message to the group chat, War Chant, and I'll do what you need me to do for tonight. Because tonight's what? AFC is AFC West tonight, right?
It's AFC joke.
Well, no, War Chant, me, War Chant, J-Dub, C-Rod, Colts Nation, CW Philly, we're doing a podcast together every Tuesday and Thursday night at 7 o'clock Eastern.
That's like me and Doc, and the one that was on, he got off, the Diabolical one. I do a podcast with him and a couple other with all sports. I do one. He's on there as well. We do a podcast together.
What time do you do it?
Oh, we do a podcast, but I go live. Me myself, I have my own live after Armchair almost every day.
Man, I'm at
11 a.m.
Yeah, after I get off, D gets on, and then me, War Chant, and our group, we have a podcast on Tuesday and Thursday night at 7 Eastern.
Oh, nice. Nice. I'm willing to follow anybody.
Well, Dimitri, I want your honest opinion. I heard ESPN said the Seahawks can get a repeat again.
They can. They absolutely can, but
everybody can get a repeat.
They're coming up on kind of financial hard times. I mean, yeah, they got $73 million in cap space going into next year, but they're already talking about giving a big contract to Darnold. You got JSN, you got K9. So they got players they got to give money to.
Hey, first of all, here's the biggest thing that's going to stop Seattle from going repeating. You got a brand new offensive coordinator who's never called plays before.
Yep.
He's a tight ends coach. He never called plays before. He came from San Francisco. And you lost your quarterbacks coach, so now you got to hire another quarterbacks coach.
Yeesh.
These things, people think these things are small. They're very
They're
big.
not. They're big.
Very big.
Yes, they are. You lose them people, it's starting over again, basically.
Because Clint Kubiak is gone, and he took the quarterback coach with him to become his new OC.
Yep.
And
Man,
I
I still
don't think he's done. He's not done ripping from that team.
No, he's not.
Was it Dimitri? What would you expect from the Eagles next year?
Huh.
That they'll fight to make the playoffs.
Since this season, they didn't even kind of try. They kind of gave up after the end of the season.
The writing is on the wall with Philly when you got coaches talking about retiring and coaches retiring. There's some writing on the wall.
Sirianni's on the hot seat as well.
There's some writing on the wall.
So let me ask you this, D. Does Lamar Jackson get traded to the New York Giants?
No.
You don't think so?
No.
No. If he gets traded anywhere, it'll be to Miami. That's where he's trying to get to.
He's got a no trade clause, which means he gets to pick where he goes.
Dimitri, do you think next year is the Mahomes turnaround year?
The Chiefs have a lot that they got to work on this year. They do. It's not just Mahomes. This year cannot be all on Mahomes. It can't. That's what got him hurt last year.
I hope we all stay at the bottom.
You got to get a running game. You got to get wide receivers. What are we doing with Travis Kelce? Does he want to come back another year now that Eric Bieniemy is back? How much is he going to cost?
Ooh, that's a good question.
What are we going to do on that defensive side of the ball? How are we going to turn $90 million around because of our cap problem?
I have to see the team I'm most worried about next year is the Bills.
Why?
Josh Allen.
Josh Allen is a crybaby.
Stop it. They're not that great.
Josh Allen is a crybaby.
I'm going to tell you this right now. With the problems that are going on in the front office with Buffalo, it is going to trickle down to the team. It is. The Bills are already $10.2 million over the cap. That's kind of easy to fix. Just rework Josh Allen's deal, give him a bonus check for this year. But you got to get wide receivers. You have the number 22 worst rushing defense in the NFL.
I think they still have Amari Cooper too.
And you have players that you're losing. Bosa's most likely not coming back. You've got to get wide receiver help.
And where are you going to get that from?
Well, I'm thinking that Mike Evans is a good fit for Buffalo.
But
I do.
What?
I think Mike Evans is a good fit for Buffalo.
Oh, Lord. I think
I don't know what they're going to do next year.
How is that a bad pick? He only had one bad year because he was injured, but every other year he had over 1,000 yards receiving. So please tell me how bringing in Mike Evans is a bad idea.
That's not a bad idea. That's pretty good.
And that gives Josh Allen a legitimate target on the outside besides who is it, Kincaid and Knox at his tight end. And it also helps to soften up the defense for the running game with Cook. And he's not going to cost you a lot of money because, again, you don't got a lot of money to spend.
But the problem is, I ain't gonna do it.
That is the problem because, again, this all falls into what is going on upstairs with the owner, the new general manager who got promoted to, like, I guess you could say God over the Bills, and then their new head coach that was their offensive coordinator. So everything that happened after they lost to the Broncos it is going to trickle down to the team. You're going to have players not want to re-sign. You're going to have players that might not even, Mike Evans might not even be like, oh, I don't want to play for this team.
I was going to say, after the firing of the head coach and that interview with the owner and the newly promoted, if I'm a free agent,
if you're a free agent player, you're sitting back.
I don't want to go there. I don't want to go there.
Dimitri, if you're the head coach of the Bears, what do you expect from next year?
Take the points.
Work on the defense. No, they need to learn how to stop people too.
They need a defense.
The Bears were hemorrhaging yards and points.
Chester, if the Buccaneers lose Evans, I want to be surprised if Emeka Egbuka isn't their number one next year.
Emeka Egbuka.
But
Dimitri, what do you think the Packers should do about their problems they have this year?
the Packers.
Dude, the Packers need a lot more help than people think.
They do. They need another. Hey, D, do you agree with me with this? They need another wide receiver.
They need another wide, and they probably won't listen. That's somebody that should be on the hot seat.
He is on the hot seat. Oh no, he is. He's on the top 10 hot seat list.
They need some defensive help though.
And they're 4.3 million over the cap.
Hey, I just got an ESPN.
Yeah.
The beauty part, armchair, of exactly what you guys are talking about is exactly what our podcast goes over. It goes over all the different things that a team needs. It goes over salary cap. It goes over cap casualties, potential free agents, guys that you may lose, the draft. I mean, everything you're talking about here is what we plan on going over, guys.
Yep, we do it every Tuesday and Thursday, leading all the way up into the season. And then after the season starts, we're going to switch it over to, what did we call it, War Chant? Gridiron Talk?
Yeah, I'm not sure if we've got the full-fledged name, but basically it'll be just like the NFL 360 podcast we did last year.
And it's a great show, guys. I think you would love it. Come in, hang out. I think you'll like the guys we do the show with. It really helps us to, get these other creators to grow and helps to spread out what we do. And it's a blast. It really is, because there's not a single person on this podcast that likes the same team.
Correct.
I think everybody on this podcast are Bronco fans.
Well, was a War Chant. What would you do if you're a Saints fan?
Team.
You guys are all undercover Bronco fans. I know you are. All of you.
Now, War Chant's a diehard Chiefs fan.
No, he's a Bronco fan at heart. He knows he is.
Q, I can tell you this: for over 40 years of my life, I have rooted for one team in football, one team in baseball, one team in college basketball, and that is it. And none of those are different.
I'm just kidding with you, man. I know you're just like me.
Yeah,
my Broncos, my USC Trojans, and I like to call them my California Angels.
What was a War Chant? You think the Giants can fix themselves next year?
Yeah, I actually think. To be honest with you, I just think their coaching decision, if nothing else, is already helping.
What do you think about the enemy coming back?
I'm not as big of a flag waver on that as everybody else is, but since you guys mentioned the Chiefs earlier, I'll go into a little bit of my spiel that I'll probably talk about tonight.
No. We can't spoil it, War Chant.
I just think there's going to be some changes in the structure of how Kansas City is going to develop their team, and I will get specific on that tonight.
As far as what, War Chief?
I will get specific about that on the podcast.
Yeah, we can't spoil on our lives. We can't spoil what we're talking about on our podcast.
Hey, War Chant, I don't want the Chiefs to be good this year. I've been waiting 10 years for them to be bad again. All right, I want my Broncos to actually do something.
I understand, bro. I waited 50 years for him to be good, so I get where you're coming from.
I want to see what Kim Moore can do this next year too. I want to see what he can do.
I think when Brian Daboll is the OC there, that's a really good pickup in my opinion for the Titans. I really like it, and I really think that'll be good. But guys, we've been at it for 2 hours. I think I'm gonna call it a day again. Hey, War Chant, who's gonna be on there with us tonight? It's you, me. Is it J Dub?
Me, and Colts.
You, me, and Colts. All right, so I'll be on with War Chant Kingdom and Colt Nation. I love you too, mamas. Tonight at 7 Eastern, War Chant will be hosting. But when I get in there, I will share it with everybody that I can, if it allows me. Because we still having we even had problems with that with J-Dub, War Chant.
So what time you guys going live?
7 o'clock Eastern.
Perfect, because I'll be home, I'll be relaxing.
So we will be talking about the Raiders and the Chiefs tonight on what they need to do going into 2026.
Questions I want to ask.
So please come in. Please come hang out with us. Give the other guys a follow. Let's help them grow. Let's help this channel grow.
Hey, War Chat, can you give me a follow? Because I'm having a hard time trying to give you a follow.
Oh, I thought I already did follow you, brother. Yeah, it says I'm following you already.
Okay, I'll check it out. I'll check it out.
If you have any trouble, just get it through Armchair or send me a DM.
Yep. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your night. Again, if you're not following me, please hit that follow button. I would greatly appreciate it. It's free. It helps the channel to grow. And again, tonight, 7 o'clock Eastern, look for me, Armchair QB Talk. Look for War Chant Kingdom and Colts Nation. We will be discussing the Las Vegas Raiders and the Kansas City Chiefs going into 2026. I hope you all have a great rest of your Tuesday night. Please be safe. Please have fun. And remember, if it wasn't for you guys, this channel wouldn't be going anywhere. I love you. My family loves you. And I'll catch y'all later. Peace.
We love you too, Armchair. Peace.
Later, Armchair.